Melanie Padron, your go-to cybersecurity girl, coming to you live with this week's Cyber Chronicles. Trucking leaders, the next 5 minutes are for you. This week we're talking about from click to compromise in just 49 seconds. How do we transform your workforce into cyber warriors? Get this, literally in the time it takes for me to rattle off these next few sentences, a cyber criminal could compromise your entire operation. And that's because according to the NMFTA, cyber criminals need just 49 seconds after a phishing email is clicked to breach your business. Now, with only 20% of employees reporting suspicious emails and even worse, 11% reporting after clicking a potentially malicious link, your workforce could either be your greatest vulnerability or your strongest line of defense. The choice depends on how you prepare them. So let's talk about building your frontline defense, from dispatchers handling sensitive customer information to drivers accessing ELDs. Every member of your team stands at the front line of your cybersecurity battlefield. Their daily decisions can either protect or expose your company's critical assets. So we've got to move beyond that don't click mentality. And that's because traditional security training often fails because it focuses on restrictions. Don't click suspicious links, don't share passwords, don't use personal devices. Today's cyber threats require warriors that understand not just what not to do, but why and how to actively defend your company. So, how do we create cyber warriors? I'm glad that you asked. Transforming your workforce into cyber warriors requires at least these three key elements. The first one I want to talk about is threat intelligence. So, because, with the advancements of AI, today's phishing attempts don't just have those obvious spelling errors or come from the Prince of Nigeria anymore. Your team needs to recognize sophisticated social engineering attacks that often perfectly mimic communications from trusted people. Number two is rapid response rules, because in cyber warfare, every second counts. It can literally make the difference between a massive explosion or a minor hiccup. Your warriors need clear procedures for reporting suspicious activities, and they need the confidence to speak up without getting in trouble for accidentally doing something wrong, like opening an email, clicking on a link, or sending their credentials somewhere. The faster a threat is reported, the better the chances of containing that breach before it spreads. And number three, last but not least, is continuous combat training. I can't stress it enough. Security awareness is not an annual checkbox. It is an ongoing battle. Your warriors need regular updates on current threats, real-world simulations, exercises, tests, and they need to be recognized and praised when they successfully detect these threats. So some ways that we can transform your security awareness from a boring checklist into a company-wide combat mission are with things like customized programs addressing the unique challenges facing trucking operations with tactical guidance for every team member. Also, regular updates on new threats and continuous learning opportunities to keep your warriors battle ready. Also, regular assessments tracking your team's threat detection and response capabilities, which is going to help identify those areas that need reinforcement. And also, one of my favorites, by creating security champions within your company who lead by example and maintain high alert levels or scores among their peers. Listen, there's no denying the stakes are high. As we said earlier, a single click can compromise your entire operation. But the good news is that a well-trained workforce can spot and stop threats before they breach your defenses. Your employee security awareness could mean the difference between a thwarted attack and a devastating breach. So if you're ready to transform your workforce into cyber warriors, we should talk. Just reach out. We'll schedule a cyber strategy session to evaluate your current defenses and start developing a battle-tested security awareness training program for your company. I'm Melanie Padron, your go-to cybersecurity girl. I spent over 20 years in the insurance industry helping business recover after losses, but now I'm helping prevent them through proactive cybersecurity. Tag a friend who needs to hear this message and follow me for more cyber tips on how to protect your trucking business. Until next week, secure your fleet and keep on trucking.